I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright.
New intro. Welcome to Xero Uncut. I'm Xero.
And I'm Bobby.
Yeah,
Yep.
new intro
All
to
right.
go along with the relaunch.
That was
Yeah,
interesting.
It was, wasn't it? Obviously, I still put it down as Xero and Bobby, not the other way around. Obviously, we've discussed this.
I thought it was going to be something like, and tonight, or what did it say? The greatest news.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to say the greatest news and Bobby. I really thought that was coming. I really thought that was coming. That was my first guess. I'm like,
Time to edit. Look at that.
Well, I beat you to it now.
Yeah, which is a shame. Anyway, so we've had a week's hiatus due to a few things. Obviously, Bobby's been to WrestleMania as well, so this week then we might as well do a different show on the internet. So yeah, well, we might as well go straight into it. First of all, I've got this image to put up on the screen for you. So there we go. So that's your that's Bobby obviously on his way there. There's Bobby's breakdown stuff. We got rid of that.
Much more defeated on the way back.
Yeah, so we might as well go straight into Mania then. Well, Hall of Fame Mania and stuff like that. Then we might as well talk about them.
My iPad's restarting, and if any of you listening are the ones that jacked my wallet, I will find you and I will kill you. Anyway,
yeah, we might as well go into that. Yeah, Bobby got robbed. Yeah. Which
tragically, right after I met McIntyre, it might be him.
I reckon it was. He's
UK
disappeared, hasn't he?
You UK people have a lot of slippery fingers, so
yeah. Well, I mean, he has disappeared now, so he's probably like he's probably trying to hide now, isn't he?
That's true. So, if he took it, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, well, you know,
nice guy though.
Is he? Oh, fair enough.
Oh yeah, I met him because before we went in, they were like, oh, no handshaking or no shaking of hands and no hugging. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna hug him anyway. but I got in there and he went for a handshake. Well, I was like, well, since he's doing it, I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And I was like, okay. So I was like, I shook his hand. He's like, nice to meet you, man. I'm like, yeah, man. I watched you win the Rumble live in 2020. And he was like, really? He's like, well, thank you so much for the support. I'm like, yeah, man. I think he was so stunned that I saw him win the Rumble.
Fair enough. So yeah, well, that's pretty good then. Yeah. So we might as well kickstart it off then. So obviously, we had the Friday Night Smackdown before WrestleMania, where we had some of the main points from that is obviously we had the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. Bobby Lashley won that one. Yeah. It was quite pointless because he didn't actually do anything about it. He came out obviously at Mania and done absolutely nothing about it. So
when he came out, we were like, oh, maybe we get something, and then just nothing.
Yeah, literally just came one out. So yeah, but no, that was the main highlight from the Smackdown. Obviously, then we had the Cody and Roman
standoff. Yeah, it was kind of simple. I gotta be honest with you. During the Hall of Fame, and it's I'll explain why. I was dozing off during the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
but because of the time difference.
Yeah, it would have been.
When it was 8:30 their time, it's 11:30 my time, and I'm usually asleep by then. And I'm like, why is my body doing this? And then I'm like, oh, it's because my body is telling me it's 11:30.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think in relation to Hall of Fame anyway, I don't know obviously what your highlights were whilst you were being there, but for me the highlight of the Hall of Fame was Dominic and Rhea and their reactions and that.
Them walking out was funny. You could tell Dominic was trying his hardest not to like cry or smile,
Yeah.
Hats off he didn't. Flair going off script was, of course.
Yeah.
Conan's speech was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised at that because I've listened to his podcast, what he keeps going on about, and I didn't think it was going to be like as good as what it was in the end. Basically, that's all I'll say.
You could tell he was just being himself about how he felt with Ray, and that's cool. That's how it should be. And he gave a heck of a speech. He fired you up. And then Ray gave his speech, which was really cool. Ray just seems like a down-to-earth guy.
Yeah.
Stacy Keibler was cool to see. Andy Kaufman's family, the great Muda. Tim White got inducted by
his lookalike brother.
yeah. When they said that, they were like, "Yeah, you'll see how much they look alike." And we saw it. We were like, "Whoa."
I was like, "Is that actually Tim White? Is he like? Is he not actually dead? Like, is he?"
We were like, "Wow, yeah, they really do look alike."
Yeah. So, no, that was
they were making fun of how whenever he needed something new, they were like, "Yeah, come destroy my bar."
Yeah.
Funny times. Yeah, the Hall of Fame was pretty good. I thought last year was better, but it's kind of hard for the Hall of Fame when 40% of the class is not currently living.
Yeah.
Andy Kaufman, well overdue. Overdue.
Well overdue. Yeah, definitely.
I get not putting him in when he was alive because he died in like the 80s because you had no idea. But like, well overdue.
Yeah.
It seemed like that guy just would have loved it, and that was cool. Tim White, Rey Mysterio, the Great Mudas was short and sweet. That was like 2 minutes, if that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's mainly because he can't speak that much English, can he? So
that's definitely it.
Yeah.
He was just like, "I am the Great Muda. I'm out. See you."
Yeah. And then of course, obviously, then we move on to WrestleMania, then, don't we? So, well, no, actually, no. We had Stand and Deliver first of all, but obviously you didn't. You weren't at Stand and Deliver, were you? Because you went to no. Yeah. So
I met Drew.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I was losing my wallet at that point, and my one buddy was meeting the Young Bucks, and I have a funny story about that if you want to hear it.
Might as well go for it then, yeah.
So everybody knows the history with the Young Bucks and CM Punk.
Yeah.
So my one buddy decided to wear a CM Punk shirt.
Oh God.
So he gets to the front of the line.
Yeah.
Their manager was like, you could see him, he's like, "Take one step back." He goes, "Are you wearing a CM Punk shirt?" And he was like, "Yep." And he was like, "Okay." And then he gets up to the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks are like, "The ball's on you." They were like, "Okay." And so I'll give you a little side story. The day before, Goldberg, very nice man, massive man, very nice. But at one point we're in line, and then all of a sudden we hear "yo." We all look, and it's Goldberg. Yeah. We're like, "Oh, what happened?" He's like, "For future reference, if you have a Bret Hart shirt, either take it off or turn it inside out." And we were like, everyone's like, "What do I have on? What do I have on?" It was like, uh-oh. So my buddy was in line for that. So he heard that, and he was like, he went up to the Bucks, and the Bucks are like, unreal. And he's like, "Well, do you want me to turn the shirt inside out?" And they were like, "Absolutely not. We're not Goldberg." They're like, "Come in the picture." You know, the Bucks were cool about it, but apparently like nobody has done it. So they were just like, "Wow."
Yeah.
They were like, they were really cool about it. So that's funny to hear. But just you know that he did that. That Goldberg, nice man. Young Bucks, apparently they were pretty cool. Who else did I meet WrestleMania weekend? Julia Hart. She looks mean. Yeah. She really looks mean. But nice girl. She took a picture with me, she didn't smile, but she didn't with anybody. So unless you were like a little kid. So Wardlow, very nice guy. I get up to Wardlow, and I just look in his face and his one eye is like completely red, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you good? What happened? He goes, jiu-jitsu. You should have seen the other guy, and I'm like, fair enough.
Yeah.
But super nice guy. I met Renee Maverick, Drake Maverick's wife. She was cool. Tony Storm was cool again. She actually remembered me.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, because I told her the story, and she's like, "Oh yeah," she's like, "I do remember you."
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, you still sound like you're an actor." I'm like, "Well, thank you." Who else did? I met Lana. She was in a very revealing outfit, but she was cool.
What a surprise.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I walked up, I'm like, wow. Who else did I meet? Goldberg, McIntyre. There's got to be other people from WrestleCon. But Wardlow, we were talking for like 10 minutes. He was talking about how he got carjacked.
Yeah.
He's like, I got most of my stuff back. He goes, but still the belt is gone. He's like, somebody found my luggage on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Saw the name and address and mailed it, thankfully. But I was like, geez, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Sounds pretty good, actually. So.
Man, I can't think of who else I met. I'm blanking for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It will come to me. Wait, maybe if I look through the WrestleCon lineup. All right, well, you can continue if you want.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, anyway, yeah. So we obviously had a stand and deliver that day. So I'll just quickly go through that. So obviously, we had Chase U and Tyler Bates versus Schism. This was actually on the pre-show. There were some pretty big moments in it, actually. I was quite shocked at some of it, where Ava Brain obviously made her debut, her pay-per-view debut. She actually slapped Duke Hudson as well, which was a moment.
No, wasn't that just her in general debut?
It might have been as well, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think she's had a match on TV.
Yeah, no, she's not. No, yeah, so that one there. At one point, everyone thought that Duke Hudson was actually joining the Schism, but he obviously never did.
I thought for sure this was the turn. When I wasn't keeping tabs with it. I checked it like a few hours after the show ended, and I was like, oh wait, Stand and Deliver happened, and I saw the results, and I'm like, Chase, you won?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, okay. All right, so back to WrestleCon a little.
Oh yeah.
I saw Buff Bagwell. We chatted. I was behind Arn Anderson in the food line. That was kind of weird. I was like, Arn Anderson? He goes, what's up, man? I'm like, hi. How are you? Britt's line was long. Adam Cole's line was long. Of course.
Yeah.
We saw Gangrel on the street. That was funny.
So he was actually in the area then, because he was posting saying he wasn't actually there.
He was at WrestleCon.
Right, yeah.
He was at WrestleCon, so that was the cover up.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to he's a NWA wrestler. This is actually a hilarious story, but I met Hacksaw.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah.
Very nice man, even though my souvenir from him is still in the LA airport. Not his fault. Right. They were like, because you know how the issues I had trying to get home.
Yeah.
With no ID. They were like, well, you can't take this on the plane with you. And I'm like, okay, what would I have to do? And they were like, well, you have to check it. And I'm like, okay, what would I have to do? They were like, you would have to get back in line. I said, no, thank you. I'm not doing that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, darn. Sorry. Somebody came to my mind.
Sure, NWA star. NWA Shy.
Oh, yeah, him. So we're looking for a place to park. We find this parking garage.
Yeah.
My buddy drives. We park right next to this gentleman. Didn't really think anything of it. My one buddy decides to open the door, and it hits his car. We're like, oh, no. And then we see how massive this man is, and we're like, oh, great. We're going to get beat up. And we're like, dude, so sorry. He's like, it's a rental. I don't care. So we're like, okay, cool. We're not going to get... Because this dude's a big dude. So we were like, all right. Thankfully, he's not too mad. So we were like, "Are you a wrestler?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm one half of the NWA United States Tag Team Champions." We're like,
Okay.
"Interesting." Super nice guy. He let us hold the belt and take pictures with it.
Yeah.
And then we're walking. We're trying to find WrestleCon too. He goes, "You guys know where to go for this?" We're like, "No." And he's like,
Right
"All
on.
right." He's like, "Darn, but all right." Oh,
Yeah.
XPac. I went down there.
Yeah.
I was expecting to see his line packed. There was nobody in his line, and I said, "Okay, this is the time for me to meet this man."
Yeah.
Really nice guy. Sergeant Slaughter. But yeah, back to the NWA wrestler.
Yeah.
We're on the street just waiting to cross, and then all of a sudden we hear this dude coming from down the street. He's yelling at like full volume over the phone at somebody. I don't know who it is, but I'm like, uh-oh. So I start inching closer to him because he's a massive dude.
Yeah.
Just in case stuff goes down.
Yeah.
He's there. So he's looking like, all right, if something happens, I'm ready. So nothing happened. Dude just kept walking. But I was like, I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of nudged towards you. He goes, "Yeah, I know. You would have been okay." I'm like, "Oh, thank God."
Fair enough.
But nice dude. I'm trying to find his name. It's Andrew. He followed me on Instagram.
Did you say it was NWA USA Tag?
I think it's the United States Tag Team Champions. I think it's called that. Okay. Thick Daddy Anthony Andrews.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool, yeah.
I'll give him a shout out. His Instagram name is Thick Daddy Thoroughbred.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't know why, but I just realized our friend Larkin follows her.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that's his name, but super nice guy. So, and we hit your car and you could have easily killed us and we would have understood.
I just Googled him, yeah. I know who he is now, yeah. Yeah, I recognize him. Yeah.
Nice dude. Super nice dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, he's like, because we were taking pictures. He's like, "Do you want to take a picture with the belt?" We were like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I got to be in it." We're like, "Yeah, cool."
Yeah.
I'm like, "I'm not going to deny you a picture with your belt if you're going to be nice enough."
His belt, so
If you're nice enough to offer that, I'm not going to be like, "Well, bro, stand back." Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'll be like, "Yeah, come on."
Yeah. You're not touching your belt. No, leave it.
But yeah, I was behind some wrestler in line again. I saw Ric Flair walked right past me. Bret Hart walked right past me.
Yeah.
They were obviously trying to get away. We saw Soraya just walking through the lobby, like not at WrestleCon. Like she was staying in that hotel for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I took a selfie with her. Very nice girl. She posed for a lot of selfies. I give her credit.
Yeah.
All right, back to Saying and Deliver. Yeah, Chase U winning. That kind of shocked me. I would have my bet was they were losing and it was over and maybe they would have went up. But
yeah. We try.
One more WrestleCon story. Sorry, it just popped into my head.
Yeah.
So I'm in Toni Storm's line. She's married to Juice Robinson from AEW.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I feel somebody like bump into me, and I'm like, "Who is this?" And they breeze right by me, walk a couple more feet, and he daps up Juice Robinson, and I'm like, "Who?" I'm like, "Who's this?" And he's got a hood on, so I'm like, I have no idea who this is. And I like turn, I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
He's like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, here I'm thinking I'm getting angry because this random dude bumped me and didn't say anything, but it turns out it's Hook.
Okay, fair enough. So
I'm like, cause at first I'm like, "Excuse me," and then I look and I'm like, "Oh, hi, Hook. I know you."
Yeah.
Nice guy.
So actually, whilst we're on that subject, Hook, have you seen the report from Taz this week? Whilst we're on that, we might as well discuss this.
No.
Taz has come and said that he wants Hook to be in WWE by the end of next year, basically. And that, he's I can't remember the exact thing, but I seen it the other day. I think it was either yesterday or the day before. Basically, he's trying to get into discussions to have Hook in WE.
I mean, it would help. It would help him for sure, because he's pretty good in the ring. He's got the talent to be a star.
Yeah.
But like the mannerisms and the mic work, and you could tell he's nervous, but he's also still a kid.
Yeah, it definitely have to do NXT first rather than like main roster.
I mean, what is he? 21?
I think so.
Like
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He looks like a nervous kid, and again, he is a kid. So I'm not gonna make fun of the guy for it. He is a kid, and that comes with the territory. And I think WWE could help him out. I mean, he's doing pretty good, all things considering.
Yeah.
But you still got to work some stuff out with him. And like I said, no disrespect, he's a kid, you know?
Yeah,
I think definitely. Let me look up his age.
I don't know.
He's young for.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He's 23.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
He's 23 on national television, and he's kind of new to wrestling. He's gonna have those problems, and that's cool.
Yeah, sure.
He's still really good in the ring. He can still, fighting wise, he's really good. It's just you got to work out the mannerisms and the promos and all that.
Yeah.
But I guess ultimately it's Hook's call if he wants to.
Yeah. Well, obviously, it's up to him, and obviously, and up to Taz and everything like that. And again, ultimately, up to Tony Khan as well, isn't it? Really, it's whether Tony actually.
That's true. I don't know. I don't know anything on Hook's contract. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend to act like I know anything about Hook's contract. I know it's full time. That's about all I know.
Yeah. But well, that's it then. Yeah, for that one. I just delved off into that.
Back to NXT. The women's ladder match is next.
So the women's ladder match then. So that was obviously Zoe Stark, Gigi Dolan, Tiffany Stratton, Lyra Valkyrie, and Indy Hartwell for the NXT Women's Championship.
Fun fact about this.
And Roxanne as well. Sorry, and Roxanne. I saw Roxanne in that one. Yeah.
I was waiting in line, and I made a friend in line, and we were like, "Oh, let's see what's going on with NXT."
Yeah.
Open up my phone, click Wikipedia. I'm like, "Oh, Chase, you won." He's like, "Okay," and I'm like, "Oh, Indy Hartwell won the NXT title." And we were like, "Indy Hartwell?"
Yeah.
We were like, "Where did that? What?"
Yeah.
Good for her. She probably would have been like second to last on my list.
Yeah. Well, no, we had obviously we had Dexter Loomis show up as well, didn't we, for that index reunion as well? So that was that was.
I mean, it's about time she got some gold on the.
Yeah.
On the
I mean,
NXT,
I wouldn't hold out much hope that she's going to have a long reign. I think she's going to be dropping soon because she's on the call-up list. I know that. She's on the call-up list for the draft. So
there's one of two people that are going to beat her. Cora Jade or Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Cora next.
I think it's going to be Cora too because
then it'd be Tiffany.
You could keep Tiffany longer.
Yeah.
I would say Cora's main roster ready. Not that Tiffany's not, but you could keep Tiffany down. Cora's been on NXT longer, so you can keep Tiffany down.
The thing is they'll probably want to send Cora up along with Braun because they're a couple, they'll probably want to go up together.
Oh, that actually factors in too. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yes, the thing is,
well, Stratton's boyfriend's on the main roster too.
Who's her boyfriend?
Oh.
I don't know this. Who is it?
Imperium.
Oh, is it?
Kaiser.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I saw it was Gunther and Jenny is her name? Jeannie, and then it was Kaiser, and I'm like, who's the blonde? And I'm like, is that Stratton? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, that was a few months ago. Are they still dating? I don't know.
Don't know. Yeah, I didn't know that at all. So yeah, no, that's interesting. Yeah, well, like I said, then so we had the index reunion, and at the end, obviously, where Dexter Loomis showed up. What else did we go on to then? So then we had the tag team championship match, which was Gallus versus the Creed brothers versus the D'Angelo family. Gallus retains. It was a pretty good match, I'd say. For it, So
not shocked by that result. That was my first one.
Yeah,
it was like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Then we then had the North American title match. Wesley, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Ilya Dragunov, and Axiom. Wesley obviously retained. There was a good couple of spots in that, to be fair. That
I mean, with that group, yeah.
Yeah, you expect some of that. So yeah, it was actually pretty good.
Okay.
Amazing match. What did we move on to next? Then we then had Gargano versus Grayson Waller in an unsanctioned match.
I do have some questions on this match.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Now, this is more of a statement, but the questions are coming up.
Yeah.
Unsanctioned match. That's how you save Waller in this situation.
Yeah.
And it said Gargano won by submission. Did Waller actually tap?
Yeah, Waller actually tapped out to the Gargano escape.
He did.
Yeah,
he didn't TKO.
No, he there was one moment which if I remember rightly, there was one moment where it looked like he was going to pass out, and that they had it and they made it so that like where the arm like goes floppy and stuff, and the referee pulls it up and stuff.
They had that. That's how they were going to get around that.
There. Yeah, but no, he actually tapped out to the Gargano escape. So yeah, he like properly tapped for it. So which I was quite shocked at as well. But
I mean, it's still an unsanctioned match. It's still
So officially, that doesn't count down as in the record books. Officially,
that's what he tweeted. He was like, it doesn't count, right? And judging by last night's NXT, he's back to his winning ways. So no harm. So
so that's not too bad. Then we move on to the.
I got to watch that match back, by the way.
After that, so we had a bit of a way reunion because they had Indy, Loomis, Candice, and Gargano obviously show up. They didn't have Theory because he's doing other bits and pieces.
Yeah, I figured.
We then move on to Fallon Henley and Kiana James versus Elba Fire and Isla Dawn for the NXT Women's Championship. Ends up with new women's tag champions Elba Fire and Isla Dawn. It was a pretty good match for the women's.
This one kind of threw me off too, but at the same time, it's like okay, I can see it.
Yeah, it was pretty good match. That one was. Then we then go on to the main event, which was Bron Breakker versus Carmelo Hayes for the NXT title. Now, I think we all knew that Carmelo Hayes was winning this. It was so obvious from the start, and that Carmelo and that was winning it.
I've said this before. It was one of two people to take down Bron Breakker, for Grayson Waller or Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Bron Breakker beat Grayson Waller twice.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Carmelo Hayes, I don't know who it would have been.
Yeah. But so obviously, so we got a new champion. We had the old ref bump in there as well, where we had it where obviously the referee got took out by a spear, and then Braun went in for the submission. Officially, Carmelo tapped out.
I wonder if
the referee was out.
I wonder if my buddy did any matches. I'm not sure if he was in California for the show. I'd have to ask him.
Don't know.
He reffed the Stratton Sol Ruka match last night, and I yelled at him for it.
Okay. Fair enough.
I said, listen, I get they're two good-looking women, but keep your eyes on the match.
Yeah.
And he said, you keep your eyes on the match. And I said, I am.
Yeah. Fair enough. Right.
I will have to go back and watch certain points of Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
To see how
it was a good event. It was a good event. Yeah.
It sounded like, really good, all things considered, it was pretty good.
Yeah. And then of course, we move on to WrestleMania Night 1 now. Obviously, you were there live. We might as well just quickly skim over this then, because we both obviously, I watched it on TV. You were obviously there live.
Booed.
So.
I got booed in my section because I was wearing my Austin Theory shirt.
Fair enough. Yeah. We opened the show up anyway with Miz and Snoop Dogg open the show after Becky G sings the.
Becky.
Yeah. So obviously then after Snoop and Miz open up the show. And then moves on to Theory versus John Cena. So, there was again the ref bump in there. Austin Theory retains after. I don't really know what I thought about that match, because it was
slow.
It was slow, yeah. But then again, it's Cena, and you can't really blame him. You know, like he is getting on a bit now and stuff. So
I think this is part of the deal where they were like, "We'll let you wrestle, but you better not injure yourself."
Yeah, no, he
Because Cena was going quick. Like I thought he was going to have a moment with the crowd.
Yeah,
he did not.
No. So yeah, no. So that was that one.
But I got booed for having a Theory shirt, and then
did you?
and I went on record. I did not boo Cena's entrance.
No,
I saw the video of somebody doing it.
Yeah,
it was that I could never do that.
No,
with the kids coming out.
Yeah, no, you couldn't do that. No, not with
everybody in my section got up and started clapping, and I think people were like, any other spot, people would have been like, "Why are you rooting for both?" But like, you know, obviously the circumstances. It's like, you know. Of course, I was going to clap for that entrance. But in my mind, I said, "How is Cena going to lose this match now?"
Yeah,
I said, "With this entrance."
Yeah, but no, they still had him do it, didn't they? So yeah, they obviously put the heel over. So yeah, which was quite shocking at WrestleMania. But it's but yeah, which was quite. But well, we stayed out. But when we go on tonight too, we'll discuss more of that about the heel going over. But yeah, we can discuss that when it comes to night 2 bit.
About the heel going. Well, there's a lot of heels that went over it too.
So then we move on to the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Showcase match, which was Strowman and Ricochet, Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders. Now, it was all right. The Profits obviously won. The thing is, it wasn't even for anything. The match literally wasn't for anything. That's the thing. I would have thought maybe for a future tag match or something, but
the match was fun in person because Braun Strowman going crazy. But it was like, come on, give it something, you know. And then we'll get into night 2's 8-woman tag. But
we'll get into that one in a bit. Then we move on to Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins. Now, to be fair, their entrances were bloody cool. They were.
So we hear Logan's voice in the stadium, and we see him, and we're like, where is this guy? We're trying to find him, and then somebody was like, "Hey, over there," and we're like, "Oh, he's coming in on a zip line."
Yeah,
we were like,
"Yeah."
Wow.
Talking about that, and I've got a bit of thingy here as well.
And I have a story for this match too.
Well, his entrance got leaked. Logan Paul's entrance got leaked by somebody in production. It was actually somebody in production. They were backstage and they leaked it, and I've since found out that person is no longer in production now. They've the person got caught. They knew exactly who it was because it was sort of one of the only people on site at the time who could have potentially done it. I don't know, but yeah, they leaked the entrance because what they had done is, you know, where like they practice it during the day, they actually showed the production monitor with it with the entrance being practiced on it at the time, so somebody actually leaked it for every day. Something else that's come down is in relation to Seth's outfit. You know, he came out in that really big ass outfit that he came out in. It's come down today. There's actually a video going around online of backstage. He is there with Becky. Seth shows up and he goes, "I told you it was outrageous, this outfit." And Becky was literally just there like, "I'm jealous. I'm really, really jealous." And that a bit like, I did see that actually. Yeah, and it's come down to trying to say that outfit was actually made by Sasha Banks' husband, and that. Or
he
does
on age. He does the not costumes. Attire.
If anyone hasn't seen the video, have a search for it. It's all over the internet now. You should be able to find it. It's actually pretty cool. It's only a quick, 30-second video or whatever, but it was pretty cool.
Now, story time.
Yeah.
Logan Paul comes out with the Prime mascot.
Yeah.
I said to my buddies, somebody famous has to be in there.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Why?" I'm like, "He's just hanging around."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Well, promotion." I'm like, they wouldn't just let him hang around if it was not somebody famous. Now, my guess was wrong. I'll be brutally honest. I thought it was Jake Paul.
Oh, yeah. A few people thought it was Jake Paul, to be fair.
I thought it was Jake Paul. And then I saw KSI and I said, "Yep, okay, fair enough."
There we go. We've got the picture of it there
Yeah.
from WrestleMania where he
And
obviously
the crowd went nuts for that one. And then
Yeah.
Seth's entrance, my dude was into it. He was doing that. How did it look on TV, by the way?
It looked
In your
alright
opinion?
actually. Yeah, it looked
Because
alright.
I've heard it looked awful on TV.
To me, it looked alright. It was
Because like they were piping in the noise. People thought.
well, everyone thought they were piping in noise for it, but I don't think they were because I've seen some of the reaction videos and that online, and because I always go back and check the reaction videos, especially when people are saying, "Oh, they piped in crowd noise and that." And from what I've heard, it didn't seem like they were piping in noise. It seemed like it was relatively legit for it. So yeah,
I was going crazy.
yeah. Obviously, one of the bits I liked during that as well, where KSI was actually put through the table, where Logan actually went to go and jump on Seth. Seth pulled him down. Seth pulled down KSI, and instead Logan took out KSI. That was good. That was good. Yeah, that was an amazing moment. And that I was like holy shit for that one. For it.
Hats off to Logan Paul, man. I understand why people don't like him, but you cannot question the in-ring talent this guy has.
Yeah,
for being a celebrity. He's the best celebrity wrestler ever.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Also on the subject of Logan Paul, he's re-signed his contract.
I'm not shocked by any means.
Yeah. He has
good for him. He'll be in Saudi doing something. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm all in on the Logan Paul train. I really am.
There is rumors, and this at the moment I will say is rumors, but I have put this out as news. Is they're trying to get Cena to wrestle in Saudi. Now, there's been a lot of people online this is the thing. There's a lot of people online who have turned around and said, "Oh, but Cena won't do it. Cena won't do it," and stuff like that. Like Cena doesn't do it because of the political thing. Now, the Crown Prince has actually requested John Cena, and apparently they're trying to strike up a deal where he will come and do it and that, and it's got to be something to do with like the Crown Prince and that has got to actually directly ask Cena, like direct, rather than WE asking. It's got to be the Crown Prince for him to actually do it. So he's actually got to contact Cena, speak to Cena, and speak to him directly like that. Now, if they do get Cena, the rumor is Cena versus Logan Paul.
Yeah,
will be the match.
There's too many factors going into that.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, if they get Cena, they get Cena. That'd be one hell of a thing.
Yeah, that'd be incredible. But
I
don't see it happening.
No. Well, that's that. What's the other thing as well? What's also on Logan as well? We may as well discuss this. I know we've deviated off, but we may as well discuss this because it's part of the news anyway. It's been revealed. I can't remember who revealed it. I think it could have been Louis Dangle. Something to do with in Logan's contract. He has been promised a title as part of this new deal. So I think it's going to be US title, personally. I think he could be the one where he takes it off Theory and that, and then do Logan Paul versus Theory and that, and Logan Paul will take the title away from Theory, and that'd be the way they'll take it off of him. I can't see him going for WE. I can't see them giving him the WE title. Not unless the only other way which they would do that is if they really wanted to try and promote it. Because you've got to think, if they've got Logan Paul holding that WWE Championship and that, and then they've then gone ahead and he then goes on his shows and, he shows up some of the boxing events and stuff like that, holding the WWE Championship, they're going to get one hell of a massive promotion, aren't they, from it? So, and that. Even the US title, though, that would still be pretty good for it. But, yeah. So that's come down. We've deviated off. So back to Mania Night 1 then. So we had then it was Becky, Lita, and Trish versus Damage Control. It was all right. It was all right one. I like their entrance. Their entrance looked pretty cool on TV. You probably didn't see it in the arena, but Becky, Lita, and Trish's.
Trish had the black and white. Or did they all have black and white?
They all went, the actual screen, they changed it to black and white for us, the actual TV screen, black and white entrance. No, I didn't know whether they did that in the arena or but they changed it all to black and white, which is pretty good. Becky won the match with the manhandle slam by pinning Bailey, so that was that one. Ray versus Dominic next. Now those entrances were pretty good. They had obviously Dominic rolling up in the prison van, and then I was doing that one. Ray showing up in the lowrider with Snoop
with Eddie's music. That got that got a big pop in the crowd.
That did, sure. Yeah.
Once we heard Eddie's music.
Yeah, yeah. So I thought that would have done. And then obviously, that was actually a pretty good match. There was also a good couple of spots around it, and apparently as well, it's come down. I can't remember again who said it, but you know the spot where Alea was at ringside.
Yeah, had the drink thrown in her face.
Yeah, had the drink thrown in her face. Apparently
she took that drink.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. It wasn't planned. That wasn't a planned spot. Apparently, Dom seen the drink in her hand and just thought,
"There's no way."
What the thing that was said was apparently Dom turned around and said it wasn't a planned spot, and he turned around and said that stupid bitch is really at ringside with a drink. I'm gonna get her back, and that for all the years of torment that she's put me through, and that
there's as a family. As soon as I saw them on screen, I saw her with the drink, and I said, "I know what's happening here." Yeah,
but no, apparently, according to a couple of reports, it wasn't a planned spot. It was on the fly by Dom, and apparently Alea wasn't very happy with it because Dom literally just done that off fly, and obviously she wasn't prepared for it. So I mean, if it was planned, it was still cool. If it wasn't planned, that was amazing. If that wasn't a planned spot on that, because that was handled really well. It was handled really, really well. That was.
And then Ray spanking him with the bell. The crowd went nuts for that one.
That was good. That was really good, actually. Yeah, that one. So that was well, Ray actually pinned Dom, and then obviously then they had the celebration.
That was shocking, to say the least. I thought Dom had this win the whole way.
Yeah, so did I. And then we now move on then to the Smackdown Women's Championship match, which was Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Everybody knew what was happening. Rhea won the match. New Smackdown Women's Champion.
When Charlotte kicked out of the first Riptide, I said, "Oh no."
Yeah.
I said, "There's no way this can happen again."
Yeah. But no. Well, Charlotte's now on break anyway. She's gone off. She's took a bit of a leave now. She's gone off on leave again. So
that's weird.
I don't know why, but
she just came back.
Unless she's having another operation or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so that was that. And then we now had a bit of a break, and it was Snoop Dogg and Miz back in the ring. They announced the attendance. Snoop then went on to think that Miz should have had a match, and there's an open challenge set by Snoop, and Pat McAfee returns. Nobody expected that.
I did not see that one coming. I saw neither return coming.
And then Pat McAfee obviously won that one. Yeah, that was pretty good actually. So and then we close out night one with the Undisputed Tag Team Championship match between the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Good match as expected. A lot of good spots, and obviously then we ended up having new Undisputed Tag Team Champions as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to end the night, which was pretty good. It was expected. Night one was a lot better in my eyes than night two.
I didn't think.
What did you think about night one?
I didn't think night two was that bad as people were saying. Now night two did have some curses, for sure.
Yeah.
With, Finn and well, we'll get into the other curse.
So we might as well move on to night two then. So again, I
enjoyed night one though, for sure.
So we now move on to night two then. I can't remember who opened night two, which singer you had. I can't remember his name.
Jimmy Allen.
Jimmy Allen. Oh yeah, so obviously, Jimmy Allen again after Miz. Miz and Snoop open up. First match of night two then was Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
Yeah,
Free
I was
suplex.
like,
Brock got suplexed 3 times. Brock hits the F5 at the end and wins the match. No surprise there whatsoever. I
Yeah.
thought Brock was winning anyway, so yeah.
in my head, I was like, Brock's going first just so he can get out of here.
Yeah.
Little did I know, 24 hours later, where he would show up, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah. No, he stayed there, didn't he?
By the way,
Yeah.
I will say this: Charlotte Rhea, my second best matchup of the weekend.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and then we then move on to
I'll say when my first one is.
Fair enough. And then we then move on to the women's tag team showcase, which was
And
Liv
there's
Morgan,
my first favorite match.
Raquel Rodriguez, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, Natalya and Shotzi, and Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville.
This was a train wreck.
Yeah, I mean, one of the spots which I liked in there was the double sharpshooter that Natty done, and that was that's pretty good actually. Yeah, that was pretty good there.
For the most part, this was a train wreck.
Yeah, I do agree.
I like most of the women in this match, but like, why have Ronda and Shayna in it if Ronda's legit hurt?
Yeah, and then Shayna got hurt as well afterwards. So because Shayna got. But we'll get into that.
Chelsea and Sonya did their jobs. They were pretty funny. And Chelsea got sick in real life.
Did she? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she had like a stained gallbladder, and she had to go to the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, dear God.
Yeah. There's that one there, then, so Ronda made shots.
Ronda did the bare minimum.
Yeah, no surprise there. Third match then is the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus. I'm guessing this is your favorite match.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was a fantastic match.
Yeah.
Everybody
was match
in my section, whether you were for Gunther, for Sheamus, or for Drew, everyone was so into it. And my one buddy who came with me, his commentating was so funny. He's like, McIntyre got that dog in him. He got that dog in him. He's like, where's my German fellow Gunther at? When he's outside the ring, he's like, where's he at? And I'm like, he's not German. He's like, whatever.
He's Austrian. Yeah. But that's pretty good.
And he goes, where's Sheamus? Everyone was going crazy. And fun fact.
Yeah.
I was not in the upper deck. I was the second level.
Yeah.
You can hear Gunther's chops from the second level.
Oh, God.
I said, because I looked to my friends, I said, I want to see if I can hear them. So I listened closely and I just hear it. I'm like, oh.
That must have hurt. Yeah, that must have hurt.
I was like, I'm in pain.
Yeah, but no, yeah. Obviously, then, Gunther retains. To be fair, I thought Gunther was retaining, and that
I think you picked Gunther to be completely. Wait. Do I have Mania predictions here? No, that's not it.
I don't know. You done it somewhere.
So I meant to do it on the plane ride back, and I found a TV show that I'm really enjoying. Yeah, and I got distracted by that.
We'll find it. We'll find it. We'll bring it up next week if need be.
I don't. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think I actually wrote down. I think it's just on YouTube. I think I said, I'll do it on the way back.
Yeah.
Then I got distracted by Outer Banks and
What we'll do is we'll listen back to that, and then I'll do something on the website if need be about it to say like what.
I can listen back at some point this weekend.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. We can do something like that. And then we move on. Yeah, we might as well. Yeah, and then move on into the Raw Women's Championship match. Bianca and Oscar. Everyone thought Oscar was winning this, but no.
Not everyone.
Yeah,
what did I say for the longest time?
Yeah, Bianca retaining.
I was like, this Oscar is not winning anything.
Yeah. Obviously, then Oscar tried to do the mist, but obviously failed. There's also a failed Oscar lock as well. There was an Oscar lock after a failed KOD originally. The winner of the KOD, and Bianca retains to move on to being one of the longest reigning.
And I cursed somebody out in our old group chat, and then I left.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And then we then move on and then to the Hell in a Cell match between Edge.
No.
Oh no, we don't. Oh no, we don't. No.
Oh, you forgot something, big buddy boy.
Yeah, did you? I forgot. Yeah.
Can
Actually,
I
yeah,
take this one?
Yeah, because I haven't got this down on the review for some reason.
Oh,
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I got
go
this
for
one.
it.
So we see Miz and Snoop.
Oh
again.
yeah, I remember what it is now. Yeah.
So I'm like, is Miz about to have another match?
Yeah.
And he's like, I am tired of surprises, yada yada yada. And I'm like, who's coming out here? And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, Stone Cold. I'm like, in my head, of course, I'm like The Rock. I'm like, maybe, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, Riddle, Orton, somebody. And I'm like, who could it be? And Snoop says, I didn't mean my bad. I meant my bad. And then you hear, here comes the money. And have you seen my WrestleMania? Have you seen my calendar?
No, I haven't yet. No, I haven't yet.
Go watch that. I'll even give you a timestamp. I'll give everyone a timestamp right now. 5 minutes on the dot is when my Shane reaction. I blew out my fun fact. I blew out my speaker on my phone. You can hear me saying let's go," but it's muffled because I was yelling so loud. And it looks like somebody else recorded me, but no, that was just my dumb, because I zoomed in forward and then I turned it around. But it was still zoomed in. All you see is my mouth.
Oh God.
And I'm like, Shane O'Mac. I'm like, let's go. I was so amped. And then the match starts. And I said, Shane did a leapfrog.
Yeah.
And at about that 10-second span, I said, you know what? For a 50-plus-year-old, Shane's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
And then he didn't get up.
Yeah.
And then he did not get up. And I said, oh, no. Because I'm looking at the camera in SoFi Stadium. Yeah. They're not putting the camera on Shane.
No.
And I said, he's hurt. And everyone was like, what? I'm like, no, he's hurt. The camera is not going on him, and he's not getting up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a cameraman, whoever the cameraman was, smart on his end.
Yeah.
He said, Snoop, go punch Miz in the mouth. Snoop Dogg comes in, does the slowest people's elbow I've ever seen in my life. And in this moment, I'm like, Snoop just saw Shane tear his quad, and he said, nope, that ain't happening to me.
No. Yeah. But
the best joke... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. To be fair, when Snoop done that people's elbow, I popped.
Everyone
I was cheering. Yeah.
Of course. But in my head, I said, oh, Shane got a pop, and then he heard a pop.
Yeah.
In his knee. Yeah. And I said, oh, no, poor Shane. Because, last time we saw Shane he wasn't doing the best work with the Rumble. But I was like, oh, Shane, I'm back. This is so cool.
Yeah.
And then, no, just, oh.
Yeah, no.
I was like, dear God.
Yeah, because originally Shane was meant to pin the Miz, so that's how it
was. Of course, Shane
was
going to win. But in my head, I was like, oh, cool. Shane versus Miz. And then I'm like, oh no, Shane. And then funniest part, commentary. Michael Cole says, Shane still got it. And then he goes down. No, but I'm not kidding you. In my head, when he did that leapfrog, I said, wow, for a 50-plus-year-old man, it's pretty good. And then he didn't get up, and I said, oh, dear God.
Okay, he said.
I'm like, he's legit hurt. And everyone was like, what do you mean? I'm like, they're not showing him. And he's not getting up.
He
tried to get up, but his knees said, no, fam, we ain't doing this.
Yeah. So that was actually pretty good.
I can't help but laugh.
Well, he got quite a big payday just for that one, just for that small little segment.
God bless him, man.
Big Mania payday, so yeah.
I don't know when the next time we'll see him is. I turned off Twitter notifications a couple of days before Mania.
Yeah.
Were him and McAfee spotted at all, or no?
No, nobody. Well, actually, yes. Shane was spotted on the day in the area, but then the rumors were going around. No. Shane was spotted at the Hall of Fame, so he was spotted there for the Friday.
Oh, but nobody would have put together that.
That's what. McAfee wasn't at all, but Shane was Sheamus spotted on the Friday, and everyone obviously just said, "Oh yeah, he's backstage, he's in a suit, so obviously, so he's there for the Hall of Fame." Because of course Vince and everyone was there as well. So that, like what we said, nobody suspected that, and obviously then he was just hanging around then in LA, and it's obviously just
there was a lot of unexpected things that happened to Shane McMahon that weekend.
Yeah, there was, yeah. So
poor guy.
But So he was spotted in the area on a Friday, but then everyone mugged it off originally as the Hall of Fame, which makes sense. But we'll move on now then, because I forgot about that bit. So then we move on to the Hell in a Cell, Edge versus Demon Balor. Both entrances looked really cool to me. Yeah.
Fun fact, I don't know if they showed this on TV, but there was a preview for a movie from Russell Crowe.
We seen it, I think, yeah.
I'm blanking on the name. Did you hear the crowd boo?
No. They
as soon as Russell Crowe popped up on screen, on the Titantron, everyone started booing, and I said, "Whoa! We don't boo Gladiator," and then I got yelled at, and I was like, "All right, never mind." And fun fact about WrestleMania, the screen kept going in and out in person.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, everyone was booing, and then if you heard at some points just some random cheers, it was because the screen came back on.
Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, no, that's interesting fact. That match obviously Finn got busted open, and
that was another one. That was another one. I said, guys, he's hurt or something, and they were like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, Edge is walking around the ring right now, and the camera has not been on Finn, and the only time you saw Finn was when he was trying to get the referee's attention, but even that wasn't planned, and I said, "Oh dear God!" They stapled his head on the spot, and Finn Balor finished. And you know what? I love Finn Balor before this, but kudos to him. He finished that match.
And he was injured as well. Did you know that?
Injured, and he did Monday Night Raw 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
When he probably shouldn't have.
No.
But they were desperate for people.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get into that one in a minute. Edge wins that match. And then we go on in then
Shockingly.
Shockingly. Yeah. And then because I thought it was going to be Finn. And then we then go on to the main event. The undisputed WWE Universal Championship between Roman and Cody. Now, everybody thought Cody was winning, and I was just there laughing. I was literally just there laughing, just like, nope.
Not me.
Roman's winning it and stuff like that.
I said, do you really think they're gonna let an ex-AEW EVP be the one to end Roman's reign?
Yeah,
pun intended. No.
Yeah, no, definitely not. No. So it was the booze I can imagine that was going on there. I know for that one they piped noise in because they were worried about a crowd reaction. I got told that. So it was
for Roman, you mean?
Yeah, for when Roman won, I believe they piped the noise in.
I mean, there was a lot of Roman fans. I can attest to that.
Yeah, but no, it was it seemed a little bit it
was a lot of ones in the sky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm surprised at that one then. Yeah. So Roman retains, and and then that then leads into Monday Night Raw, which we'll get into in a minute.
Wait. So fun story about that match.
Yeah.
We're watching. Then I don't know why, but I see something out of the corner of my eye, and he's moving down below. I love it. It's this hooded figure.
Yeah.
And I was like, and everybody, I made friends in my section. So I'm like, hey guys, look down there. And everyone's looking, they see him running, and he's behind the barricade. We're like, who could this be?
Yeah.
We're like, and names were being thrown out. So I thought it was Orton, personally.
Yeah.
Because obviously I can't see the stature or anything of that nature from that high up. Somebody said Matt Cardona, and I was like, what? I was like, huh? Cardona. And then they kind of saved themselves. They were like, oh, that's Cody's best friend. I'm like, okay, maybe. Yeah, I'm like, maybe. All right. I was like, doubtful, but maybe. And then I just see the Samoan spike. I'm like, Solo?
Yeah.
And then I forgot he got ejected. I wish. I mean, they had to cheat to beat him. I'll give him that. But I just wish.
Yeah.
It was kind of a letdown that it was Solo, but then again.
Yeah.
It makes more sense than if Orton did it. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, yeah, and that was obviously WrestleMania done. And then
Fun show.
fun show, yeah, and then obviously then we then go into bigger news as well for the Monday. We all wake up on the Monday morning and find the news that WWE has officially been sold to Endeavor. That was the major news on the Monday morning.
People are calling me fake news because I don't know if you remember, I put up a short saying the WWE potentially was sold to Saudi Arabia. I did this in like January.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, you messed that one up." I'm like, "No, it was a rumor."
Yeah, it was. I
was running with the rumor, the hot rumor, and I wanted to get.
Well, here's something for you, right? Here's something for everyone out there as well, which I don't know whether this has already been put out, but it was literally a last-minute thing with Endeavor. Apparently, they came in at Mania. It was actually arranged at Mania on the Saturday. They literally came on in, and the deal was signed there and then. Basically, they came on in with the offer to merge it. The EVP, not the EVP, the CEO of Endeavor. Basically, the thing that swayed it was Vince was ready to pack everything up. He was truly expecting to completely leave the company, have nothing to do with it. And the CEO of Endeavor to him and said, "I'm not having that. This is what I'll offer you. You can then be the new, CEO side of WWE." And Vince literally just went, "Okay, fine, done, deal." And done it that way, basically. Because up to a couple of days before Mania, it was Saudi. It was Saudi and Disney were the top two, basically. And everybody, and I mean everybody in the company backstage, were truly expecting the announcement, because they knew there was an announcement coming Monday about the sell, but everyone was prepared on that Monday for the backlash when they turned around and said it had gone to Saudi Arabia, because everybody truly believed it was going to Saudi. That was everyone who I had spoken to and that who works at WWE. They were all saying it's going to Saudi, it's going to Saudi, it's going to Saudi, and that. And there was that rumor going around, and then it drops in that Endeavor came in at the last minute and done it. Merged.
Fun fact: Linda McMahon was there at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My one buddy got a picture with her.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, I heard you're selling the company," and she was like, kinda, maybe."
Yeah, she would have obviously had to been there because, of course, she's a shareholder. She's one of the
obviously
shareholders
they can't say until it's official, but she was like, that is the rumor, yeah.
Yeah, and then we and then one of the other major things that we had then as well then was this pop up over the time frame.
My God.
yeah.
So fun fact about this: we wake up. Was it Saturday morning? Yeah, because the Hall of Fame pictures is when this got leaked.
Yeah.
My buddy goes, "Oh my God, Vince did it again," and I'm like, "What do you mean he did it again?" He's like, "Go look at what I just sent you." Yeah. I opened the picture and I said, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
I'm like, jet black hair, a mustache.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
He looks like a Marvel villain, or he looks like he's trying to acquire pictures of Spider-Man.
He's now called Gomez McMahon. Did you not know that? Gomez McMahon.
Gomez McMahon. I have not heard that one yet.
Yeah, Gomez McMahon. That's the new one now. So yeah.
Vince, what are you doing, dog?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
So, yeah. So that was pretty good. One of the other things I did want to display as well was obviously with the Endeavor deal now, and obviously they're now teaming up with. Well, they're now part owned by. Well, it's 51% owned by the UFC now.
So Vince does not have a say.
We all know this is coming with the UFC belt on Roman Reigns as well. We all know that's coming. Thanks to Sportskeeda for that image. Well, actually. You'll be quite surprised, actually. Vince does have a bit of a say now.
Well, I mean, he has 49% of the say, but majority no longer.
Yeah, no. Well, actually, you say that, and this is something which I picked up the other day, which I actually found out about. He's the actual go-to between Endeavor and UFC and WWE. That's his new role now, basically. So he's the go-to between them now. I found this out because I was doing a bit of digging into it. You know where, for example, these UFC stars appear on AEW, for example. So you've got what Paige Van Sant, you've got who's the other ones who's appeared?
Masvidal.
Yeah, and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, a bunch of them had a match.
Yeah, Vince can officially say no because he's now 50. Because he's now the go-between, and he basically now has to say over both companies, and that Vince can officially say no to them appearing on AEW because they are officially UFC stars. The only way out of it is if they leave their UFC contracts for it. So Vince can now completely pull them all from AEW, should he wish to. There was something else that I needed to address on it as well, because I've had a lot of people asking me. I'm getting rather annoyed with it, so I want to explain it on here so people can hear it. Creative control wise, because there's been all these rumors going around about Vince and creative. Now, Vince does have a sort of say in creative, but it's only under certain circumstances. What's happened is Endeavor has given him emergency creative powers. Now, what that means is that if there's a personnel issue, if there's a staffing issue, or something like that, so say like somebody gets injured, or somebody's committed a crime and stuff like that needs to be pulled. For example, like a DUI, for example, like one of the Usos or whatever, right?
Soon enough.
Endeavor will then instruct Vince to change that, to make sure that person is wrote off TV, so he can then officially go in and change creative plans for one show only, and that when given permission to do with injury, any personal issues, basically. So that is what happened on that Raw after WrestleMania. He had to change a few bits and pieces around because Shayna got injured before the show. Well, Shayna was injured before the show. So again, Endeavor gave him permission to scrap those segments where, it was the women's triple threat matches that were meant to be on. So he then basically did rewrite a few bits and pieces of the show, but that's underneath his powers that he has. But otherwise, it's fully Triple H, unless anyone's injured, unless there's obviously like DUI issues or anything like that. He has no say in anything at all now, creative wise, which is quite interesting for that one. Might as well quickly go on to Monday Night Raw. I think one of the best.
Are you just wait? Which Raw? The one after
the
Mania?
one straight after Mania. The one straight after Mania.
Horrible.
Yeah, I'll bring a few bits up on that one. Seth segment apparently. Yeah. Well, the Seth segment, people were saying it was changed. It wasn't changed. It was always planned that way. Always planned that way for him to come out. Yeah. I think the highlight of the night, and this was because it was also funny as well, was obviously Cody and Brock Lesnar teaming up to go against Roman and Solo, and then
that one. When Brock's music hit, my reaction is in my video from Brock, and I said, "Huh?"
Yeah. But no, well, originally it was Riddle. The original thing was that it was going to be Riddle, but there was some. I don't know what it was. I don't know why Riddle got pulled. There was something that went on. And Riddle was pulled from that bit. I have no idea why. We know why. Probably Vince. He wanted Brock, I expect, over Riddle because, of course, Brock's his boy in it. So that's probably why. And Brock completely destroyed Cody. And then we ended up having the show end like that, with Brock Lesnar literally just
I was cheering for him.
And and obviously then all we then had since then is a stupid people online of Cody's buried, Cody's been destroyed, and then of course Cody then put out that cryptic tweet then. And all of a sudden, all you had was Cody's leaving at WWE. He's going back to AEW.
We can only hope.
Yeah, but no, he's not. I'm afraid. But yeah. So that was the WrestleMania shows. I mean, this week's Raw was slightly better. It was actually pretty good this week. Again we had Cody's obviously called out Brock Lesnar for Backlash, which
is kind of shocking, but I have a feeling Brock wins this one.
Probably, yeah. If they're going the Cena 2012 route, then yeah, they will do, because Cody's new
Brock
storyline is a hard
Cody
time
and Saudi. Yeah.
Probably, yeah, something like yeah. Yeah. But obviously going back to Backlash anyway, Bad Bunny is the host on May the 6th of
Puerto Rico.
Yes, in Puerto Rico when it comes to that one. So that's meant to be a pretty big show. Apparently they've got a few big things planned for it. Keep an eye out for Carlito.
I've met him before.
Yeah, keep
really
an eye out for Carlito. And also are they called the Conans, whatever? Or the Colons? Yeah.
Oh, Primo and Carlito?
Primo and Epico, isn't it? I think.
Well, I think Carlito's what's his name? Carlos Colon's son, so
okay, yeah. Keep an eye out for them. I'm hearing a few bits and pieces now, and keep an eye out for them basically. So yeah. I don't know. We won't worry about Raw. It was obviously just a normal Raw this week. It's just
and then
a few bits and pieces.
NXT Waller's the number one contender.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker is a heel now. Carmelo Hayes is a full babyface, which I do like.
Yeah.
Fresh coat of paint on my man Braun. Even though he speared Andre Chase, we don't like that.
One of the things I did want to bring up was obviously this week on Raw, they were advertising all the way through. Cody's going to address his future now. I seen somebody make this poster and I had to display it. That it was hilarious when they said he's addressing his future. And that I was actually going around telling everyone that he was going back as Stardust and everything like that. Yeah, and he was going to do that one now. That would have been really funny if they had if he had come out as Stardust or whatever, or if he had even addressed the Stardust thing. That would have been hilarious for it. But no, unfortunately, he never did. Like I said, this week's Raw was better than last week's. NXT was better than NXT's always pretty good anyway, so in my eyes.
Yeah. I didn't watch NXT last week. I just needed a break from wrestling, so I don't know how it was last week.
Yeah. That's everything obviously done then. Obviously it was a different show this week because of the news and stuff like that has come down. Now anything that you obviously want to bring up, any sort of thing that you obviously wanted to speak about or anything?
Go watch my video on my trip to Cali. I know I posted it.
We will do. Yeah.
But in case you missed it, go watch it. Go watch all my videos. My Sandlot video did over 300 views. That's pretty good. Yeah. Actually, also go check out my interview. I did it 1 week ago today with Mike Vaughn. He's the voice of the Scream television series, The Killer on there. Cool. Really nice guy. Really. Yeah. Even though he called me a name, but we won't get into that.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. We mentioned it on the stream. It's kind of funny. He remembered too, so that's fun.
Okay. Well, I'll
really nice guy. Really nice guy.
Yeah.
What else? I have a stream this Friday. If you're an Always Sunny in Philadelphia fan, Xero, I'm looking at you.
Yep.
We have an Always Sunny stream coming up. Best moments, funniest moments.
Cool.
Me and my three buddies. I've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah.
And we're finally doing it.
Yeah, done.
What else? I have a couple videos coming out over the next few weeks, but it's slow right now for content wise for me.
Yeah, well, it's fine. We've got a few bits and pieces coming out, but that's fine. I just want to bring up obviously because there's been a few bits and pieces. Obviously, this week well, before I go into that, then so subscribe.
I'm almost at 250 subscribers. I'm 2 away.
We'll carry on with it then. Yeah. Let's get a few more on then.
My goal.
Yeah.
I want. Oh God, sorry. I want 500 subscribers by WrestleMania 40.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure we can achieve that.
A year to get 250. It took me 6 months to get 250, pretty much. I think we can do it. A little cross promoting. I think I'm sitting on a video that could be good for me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say by the end of the year, but I was like, let me give myself more time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, so we'll try and get that sorted out. So like, subscribe to Bobby's Breakdowns. You can find him on Twitter as well and everything like that. One thing I did want to end this with, because obviously this week I have kind of relaunched the thing. I did just want to bring up a few bits and pieces. Could be a lot more content coming to the website at Xero now. We've actually now got a dedicated person now, and they're going to be doing a lot of opinion pieces, another load of stuff as well. Check them out.
And I will trash their opinion.
Well, actually, some of the stuff they brought out today, they've done one already today, at time of recording, obviously, on the Wednesday. It's about NXT 2.0.
I did get that tweet alert, yeah.
It was,
I looked at it, I'm like, huh?
It's to be fair, the reviews are really good. So have a check on it, for it. We're now also going into live reporting on the website and through Twitter as well. The website, I've made it so the website will automatically reload as well every minute during the live show. So if anyone is actually watching it, as we're reporting, the website will actually reload now every minute. So basically, it's kind of like live coverage as well on there.
I'll be tackling AEW and the Masked Singer tonight.
Yep. So that'd be that one. So we've got all that. So we've got Masked Singer coming on from there. We've got the AEW stuff. We've got a lot more stuff coming up as well, including I'm in the process of arranging something now. There's going to be a competition which we're going to be running at some point. I'm thinking around the summer if I can get it sorted out, where it's going to be, it's not going to be a free one because of what it's going to obviously be, but it's going to be like a little raffle thingy, little sort of competition / raffle thingy. I'm thinking £1 UK wise, so I don't know what that is. Probably like $1 or something. I'd say.
I think that's like $1.
Yeah, like $1 or something. Then US. Basically, people can go into it, and it will be to win a meet and greet with a certain wrestler, which we are arranging now. I'm in discussions with a couple of wrestlers who might do it. I won't reveal the names yet, but
you better tell me off air.
But they follow me, so just have a check through the ones which follow me. I'm currently in talks with them. It will be a WWE one. I'm in the process of trying to arrange it. But more details will come out later on in the... Well, actually, no, okay, then. I'll drop a list of ones that follow me a minute on here so people can get a little bit hyped for it. So it's going to be one of the following, if I can obviously still complete it. It will either be from the following wrestlers is Sergeant Slaughter.
I've met him.
Yeah, it'll be Sergeant Slaughter. Shayna Baszler. That's another one who follows me. The legend Randy Orton. Randy Orton also follows me. And the last one that obviously follows me is Natalia. Now, I'm arranging it with one of those four. I won't obviously say which one it is, but trust me, it will be worth it. For certain ones, and if I can as well, I might even be able to make it so that if I can get a few of them on board, then you can actually select from those four to who you actually want to meet. But it's still in the process, so that's why I haven't dropped any more information on it yet. But I just wanted to basically just sort of arrange that thingy because I'm in the process of talking to WWE PR department in relation to that, along with another couple of things as well. But it will obviously be a paid competition because of it. So, which I'm sure $1 people won't mind spending to chance to meet, chance to meet one of these four wrestlers, especially if I say that it's like potentially Randy Orton. A lot of people will probably want to meet Randy or Natty or heck, even Shayna or Sergeant Slaughter, and that. One last thing as well I do want to close it out with is completely going off topic, but I do want to say, because we always rinse him on here, we always take the piss out of him on here, but Bougie, well, I do want to say congratulations to him and his girlfriend. They are expecting a baby. They kept it quiet from everybody. and that. Yeah, completely everybody. So yeah, so congratulations to you two on that announcement.
I drag Bougie a lot, but I like Bougie. Nice guy.
Yeah. So yeah, he but yeah, no, it's yeah. So yeah, the I was telling him the other day, I do believe that he should name his child Bobby. You know,
What did he say to that? What did he say to that?
I had no reply, but I'll
Oh, okay.
but,
Either way, he was gonna get yelled at. Either
Yeah.
way.
yeah, but yeah, no, yeah. So but yeah, no, but no, we're yeah. So again, congratulations if you are listening, Bougie.
For sure.
So yeah. So that's that. Don't forget, like I said, like and subscribe to both of the streams, this one and Bobby's breakdowns. Again, you can find Bobby's breakdowns on Twitter and through YouTube. Yeah, and again, at time of recording them today, keep an eye out for the content tonight from Bobby on the Masked Singer and the and AEW. Yeah, that's me done then.
I got nothing else. Go like and subscribe to all my stuff.
Yeah. Back to
we'll see you next week.
Yeah, back to normal show next week, unless we've got a interviewee on. Nothing's been arranged yet, but we will obviously have a chat to see what can be arranged in relation to that. So this is Xero signing out then, and
I'm Bobby. I'll see y'all later.
See you
Bye bye.
later.